is Julie Fox here with ROXX America. We're here today with Heaven Below. Hi guys.
Hey.
Thanks for coming. Good.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, it's great to have you here. Hey, I wanted to ask you, how did you guys start the band? What was it? How did you come up with the name?
Let's see. John and I moved out here in 2003. I was ending a band I had called Union Underground. And John was playing with the great DJ Ashba. And both of those things came to an end. And it seems like when people migrate out to LA, the Texans or the Ohio people, we all kind of get together, you know. The non-pretentious people tend to stick in packs, you know. And John and I ended up forming Heaven Below. And the name, I thought of it because, you know, like anybody, I was going through names. You know, what's a cool name? Motley Crue, Judas Priest, you know. Those are names where it's an evil sound and then something non-evil put together. And I was like, well, Heaven Below, you know. It was actually a lyric in a song I had. And it was, it's a name that I just thought it sounded cool. You know, there was a lot of other candidates, but Heaven Below kept coming up the most. And it seems like, as soon as we named the band that, people have their own idea.
Yeah, it was between that and the Laughing Dead, right?
Yeah.
Between that and the Laughing Dead. And now people always say, oh, is it a Christian name? Is it a satanic name? Is it? And it's really none of those things.
The truth is, it's a Christian satanic name.
Yeah.
all in one. Whatever you want to make it.
Yeah, we're schizophrenic atheists.
Right.
We were cracking up. When we first moved out here, we lived like a block from where we are right now. I'd been over here in a long time. It's
we're in
a
Hollywood.
blast from the past, so it's, you know.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, it's right on.
Also, I hear you guys have a new CD coming out.
We do. We just wrapped it up. It's called the Deadlight Sessions.
Deadlight Sessions.
It features this brilliant man, Chad Wilhelm, on every drum that has ever been invented.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Actually, I sound like I'm being funny, but it's true.
Frogfish.
He played so many instruments on the Deadlight Sessions. We didn't even know he was. You're a percussionist, I guess.
What kind of instruments? So the drums and what else?
All kinds of.
What's it called?
Literally, I don't even know if it has a name. It's kind of like a cuica, but it's not a cuica.
What's the thing he blew into?
A didgeridoo.
He played a
I pulled in a
didgeridoo.
didgeridoo. I just found all kinds of stuff lying around the house and thought, oh, he'll never know this isn't an instrument. I'll just take it and we'll play it.
I think he put string on a spatula and made it to one of the tracks.
And it's on the track there somewhere. So yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Oh, I like that. Hey, can you guys tell me how you broke into the Hollywood market? How you guys came out here, and what kind of experience you had here in Hollywood?
Well, one of the big misconceptions I thought was when I first moved to Hollywood, I thought all the bands were going to be great. And that's not really. It's kind of like the same in San Antonio, where me and him are from San Antonio, and he's from Ohio. I'm sure it's the same there. But, you know, there's so many bands out here doing so many different things. And there's, you know, there's some that are good and some that are not.
And nothing's a given, you know. I had success with a band that was on a major label, toured the world, sold albums, all that stuff. And our roommate DJ Ashba at the time had success with a band called Beautiful Creatures before he did all the Guns N' Roses and 6 AM. And people think, oh, well, you've already been out there, so you must roll up to Hollywood and everybody just opens their arms and starts, you know, loving you.
Right.
That's not the case. There's a lot of people that have played the Ozfest. There's a lot of people that have been on the major labels. There's a lot of people, you'll go down the street and go, oh my God, that's so-and-so that I saw on MTV in 1991, and now he just asked me for a cigarette. So there's no given. Nothing's a given. And the thing that's good about that is it makes bands like us try harder. Because we don't get to go stand up there and go, hey, we did this and that.
Right.
Fuck all that. We didn't do all this and that. We're doing this and that now. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, everybody's heard about pay to play. It's something that kind of goes around like a bad STD in the Hollywood scene. Promoters are inundated with so many bands that instead of figuring out which band is quote unquote the best or works the hardest, they figure, let me make this easy and just have the bands buy the tickets for the night from me and do my job, even though I'm a promoter.
Right.
Well, that's real cute, except for the band has to put up sometimes $1,000
Yeah.
and then sell these tickets to their fans. And a lot of people are desperate when they come out here, so they'll do it very quickly. It has a horrible effect. What it does is it puts bands that shouldn't even be playing out yet, playing for Mom, Pa, and Aunt Nellie, and us other bands that actually work and hone our craft are wondering why these bands are even playing. And the main thing bands should know is if you ever do pay to play and you do acquire a big fan base, the promoter says, awesome, I'm never going to pay you. You have a huge fan base now, so always buy the tickets from me.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, why don't we even have you pay more for the tickets? You have a fan base.
Self-perpetuating, it just never ends.
I hear you.
Yeah, so I'm proud to say that Heaven Below has never and will never pay to play.
Great.
We actually make money.
Yeah, we do this weird thing. We make money sometimes. Yeah.
Wait a minute, we make money?
Yeah.
You don't see me.
Yeah. But we stick to that, and we don't do it to be noble. We do it because that's what we feel in our hearts.
Guys, since you've been producing music, what is your favorite catalog type of music that you...
Of our stuff?
Of your stuff, of course, Heaven Below.
It kind of started with Daylight Dies, I guess, right? With Ben Moody. There was a guy who Pat worked with, who had a band called Evanescence. And he wound up producing one of the tracks called When Daylight Dies. It wound up getting some national airplay and
That's great. So
Got
charted
over
around
50,
the country.
over
Yeah.
50 stations actually spun it.
yeah.
Actually kind of made a little wave that got this thing going. And it was actually on the first 2 albums.
Yeah, and that first album
Countdown
debuted
to
it.
Devil.
That first album, Countdown to Devil, it debuted at #1 on TradeBit, which was a site that would keep track of all the indie releases.
Yeah.
And we got to #1. We thought it was a joke because we didn't pay anybody for this to happen. And
It charted on Amazon.
it charted to number 15 for 1 week on the new hard rock release chart against big label bands.
Right.
Wow.
It was in there for a week, and once again, we thought it was a joke. But it is a testament to show that people that are downloading music, they don't care what label it's on. They don't know what Sony is.
Right.
They don't care what Interscope is.
Right.
They know that Eminem has a great song, and they know Heaven Below has a great song. And those chart positions are a testament to those people. And it inspires us to make new music.
We've actually released quite a bit of material too.
Yeah.
We went into Reworking the Devil, which was kind of a departure from rock and metal. We kind of reworked some songs, acoustic, and put some live tracks on there. And then it kind of came into, we released an EP that was a secret full album in disguise.
Wow.
And then recently Falling from Zero, and now once
Falling
again,
from Zero had a track for what do you call it? Children Without a Voice.
Oh, that's right.
For a charity for abused children, and
that's incredible.
and we got involved with it because our friends from Papa Roach and Filter and all the other great bands got involved, and Children Without a Voice wanted a theme song, and they asked if we were up for writing and recording it. We said, hell yeah, we knocked that thing out.
You guys shot a video with that too.
Yeah, we shot a video for it.
Video of that on
And
and then there was a Japanese bootleg that we didn't. This is kind of a funny story. We didn't. A friend of ours who was in Japan saw a CD, and it was Heaven Below, and it had a bunch of Japanese writing on it in Japan. And so
He contacted us
he got-
immediately.
Yeah, he got a bunch of them and brought them back to us, and we sold them on the store. And I guess
Wow.
they're gone.
he
now.
called me from Japan and says, I see this release. Did you sign a Japanese record deal?
Right.
I said, no. and I said, I need you to tell me what songs are on it. I said, it's probably not really Heaven Below. He started reading off the songs, and it was all the songs that we had first put on like MySpace or Facebook as demos, and they weren't official yet. Somebody made a CD of it.
Wow.
He said, what do I do? I said, you need to leave with the box of all of them. You tell I said, tell the store owner that you've talked to the attorney for Heaven Below, and there'll be no charges pressed if you leave with all the copies.
Wow.
And so he left with a few hundred copies. He sent them to me, and we sell them.
So you sold them out here?
We sold them. I think I have 5 left, maybe.
Wow.
And we sold them online, and it was pretty neat because it was a lot of the songs that people hadn't heard. And I felt weird about it because a lot of it was kind of like stuff that I didn't think was finished. But
sometimes that
It was still, it was cool.
yeah.
As the newest member in the band, when I first got in, Falling from Zero was kind of my first introduction to Heaven Below. So I right off the bat started learning those songs so I could get up to speed with what was going on. And then Patrick also hit me with this idea for a concept album. Mm-hmm. Won't go too deeply into that. Let's just say while I was learning the 4 albums worth of material from previous Heaven Below, he threw another 20 songs at me and said, "Hey, somewhere in here is another record." So while we were in pre-production for that, Thad was also working on what we now know as the Deadlight Sessions. So we've got all kinds of material and very exciting things coming up in the future.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about the future. Both of you guys. I want to hear what's going to come up with you.
As I say, we're prolific. That's the word I like to say.
Prolific. That's a cool
Prolific.
name. I like that.
Absolutely, and
We have a cover EP.
and we've got a cover EP and a really awesome aspect on that. I don't know, maybe that one's something for Pat to expand upon.
We haven't let it out of the bag yet. So the Deadlight Sessions comes out on the 13th of next month, August 13th. And we've already recorded a cover EP that will follow it up. It's a simple premise that bands have done before. 4 members of the band, each guy picks his favorite legendary band and song to cover. And the other guys aren't allowed to tell him, what they, each guy picks and that's that.
Okay.
Suck it up and play.
Yeah, I mean, so if he would have said Steely Dan, we would be covering Steely Dan.
Okay, so it doesn't matter what, as long as
Yeah.
it would be like, okay.
And,
Luckily, he picked Rihanna.
yeah.
Absolutely.
It's going to be tough to do that Justin Bieber song. So Shad picked a song from one of our favorite bands of all time, and it wasn't the song that I would have expected from that band. I guess the same could be said about what I chose for my band. And we got a celebrity that makes an appearance on the song, and it's fucking awesome. It's
Wow.
unbelievable,
Turned out good.
So
and
cool.
it turned out so cool. I don't want to say anything about it because I want people to focus on the Deadlight Sessions right now.
Right.
But I promise, as soon as all of you have downloaded the Deadlight Sessions and you're tired of those 7 songs, we're gonna give you something so cool. It's a legendary band covered by Heaven Below with a legendary celebrity
Out
making a
of
guest
this
appearance.
world.
It's out of this world.
There's gonna be an
That's
album
that I wanna
surprises
see.
on that album.
Yeah. And then, like Shad said, we have a concept album that I'm guessing is going to drop in 2014. It's Operation Mindcrime meets Metallica's Master of Puppets. That's the best way, in my mind, that's what it is.
That's a solid description.
Yeah, and
Wow.
it's probably the most ambitious thing a band at our level can do. But to be honest, I don't fucking care. We think it's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know if other people are going to like it. I really don't care. I mean, of course I want to like it, but I want to listen to it and get the hairs on my neck up first in the band, and I think that's where that's going. And like I said, it's ambitious as all hell, but you know,
Yeah, and in the meantime, we'll be on the strip. We'll be at the Roxy and the Rainbow, and I think
House of
we might be in
Blues.
Phoenix coming up,
Yeah,
possibly
check
down
it
through
out.
Texas.
Oh, you
a
went to
little
Texas,
Southwest
yeah. Oh,
run
cool.
coming up maybe in the summer.
Wow,
And so what we will do, check the website,
yeah,
heavenbelow.com.
we're partying like it's 1999.
You can do